Now, as South Africa readies to host world leaders for the historic G20 Leaders Summit, another powerful global gathering is already underway here in Cape Town. Nearly 500 influential women from 30 countries have converged on the mother city for the International Women's Forum Cornerstone Conference, a meeting of minds exploring how women's leadership can redefine connection, resilience, and progress. Anchored on the African philosophy of Ubuntu, I am because we are, the conference will tackle some of the most defining issues of our time, from artificial intelligence and global politics to culture and creativity, through the lens of women shaping the world. Iman Rappetti has been joining us from there this morning, and we'll continue to cross to her right now. And Iman, I suppose it's also just a question of how exactly we can paint the tapestry with which we can let and make sure that women are a significant part of and leading part of, because they certainly are in our ordinary day lives anyway.
They should. I mean, women, play an unrecognized role in their homes and in their families, many single mothers raising their children. And that leadership across society has to really be reflected where the decision-making is happening. I often hear the adage, women want a seat at the table. Many women are saying, bugger that, we'll build our own table if needs be. But we don't need to live in a world like that, where there is true inclusivity and representation. So many talented women who are trailblazing. And again, that's such a tired term, trailblazing. Why must we be, breaking new ground all the time and trying to, compete in a way that men have competed for generations? The playing field just has to be level, and competent, capable women, of which there are many, should be able to have access to decision making and particularly policy making. So I'm going to pivot then to Ayanda Mafuleka, who is a chartered accountant, but she's also a fellow of the International Women's Federation. The theme is modeled along the concept of Ubuntu, I am because you are Arabile, and I want to pick it up on that particular idea. Ayanda, good morning. It's lovely to have you with us.
Same here. Good morning, Imani.
I love the colors, and I love that you're wearing these gorgeous sneakers as well. I don't know why I'm wearing heels still. That's another oppression we've got to get rid of, right?
Exactly. We are just coming as who we are as women.
Yeah.
So that is the true spirit of Ubuntu anyway. So that is authenticity. That's who we are as a South African woman.
Yeah. Look, on the subject of stilettos, I mean, as long as we still have the choice to wear them. But on a serious note, again, this concept is a deeply African concept, and I want to hear from you whether you think that there is a unique way that African women lead that the world can learn from.
Definitely. That is why we are also having this gathering of accomplished women from all around the world, because we are here to learn from each other, learn from our journeys, learn how we lead as individuals and also as women, So I have been part of the IWS Leadership Fellow, where it is a fellowship that is, encompasses women, accomplished women from different, countries. So we assemble there, and we learn from each other. We contribute, to a bigger, schemes of things. To say how, as women, we can take things forward, because we need to have voices, in innovation, in leadership, even in politics, in the corporate world. So it is where then we're able to display how we lead as women, because I believe that Africa will need an Africa customized solution,
which should be wholly infused with the heart and soul of women. I mean, we see statistically that when women are involved in things like peace negotiations, for example, those negotiations tend to last longer because the way that women negotiate is different. And that's just one out of a library of anecdotes or statistics that talk about the power and impact of women. How do other women get involved? For women who are watching this and thinking, wow, this looks like an incredible community, an incredible network, how do I become a part of it?
Well, it is by invitation only. It is a community of women, not to have just only accomplished in their individual space or perspective, but also who are impacting other women. You know, where I come from, I'm a CEO of Facet, one of the 21 seaters that has partnered with the likes of IWFSA, you know, the South African chapter, in advancing women leaders. We have just closed the project on hashtag 1000 women, where we have developed women leaders, 1000 women leaders, and we have sent them across the globe in different countries, because we want our women to be globally competitive, you know, and I believe future is women, future is female. The future of Africa is female.
Let's talk about systemic challenges,
Yes.
which keep the numbers strangulated as they are, with men predominantly taking up those leadership positions. We are still rallying around the issue of the gender wage pay gap. How would you advise, and what message would you share to women out there who don't have as much power as their counterparts in other sectors, perhaps, or even in their own companies? How do they begin to activate themselves and become, you know, a real force to be reckoned with for change that is
Yes.
exponential?
First and foremost, Imani, women must not find their voices. Women already have voices. All we have to do is elevate this voice. We must be bold enough and courageous enough, and you know, to take it there. You know, we must not be shy of what we bring. And there are so many, you know, examples that I can quote for you of how women are capable. So, women out there, let us not be shy. Let us be courageous to speak up. Let us be courageous to get into, you know, the spaces where decisions are made. I liked what you said earlier, that it is not about being invited into the table. We must build our own tables, and we must build systems that are friendly to women, that are for women. We must not really, customize ourselves into the systems that have been built for men. But if we want to speak about true empowerment of women, we must not leave men behind. They must be our allies, because we need them, and we must learn the game, you know, from them as well. So, yeah.
I mean, I think that's an interesting concept about learning the game from men. I think there's some importance and something to consider in there, but also we may not like the way that men play the game. And to the point that we were both, agreeing upon, it's for us to set an entirely new tone in how business can run, in how corporations are conceived and run,
Definitely.
in how negotiations are set, to do it, in our own style.
In our own style.
Yeah.
That doesn't have to be in stilettos. Come as we are.
Yeah.
Because we women, we have, and I always say this, we have the power and the influence, you know, to take this country forward and to take the world forward because of our capabilities. So we must not be shy. South Africa is blessed these 2 days. They're coming to 2 days to have a community of women who are going to assemble and have collective wisdom. Thank you.
Ayanda Mapuleke, you spoke eloquently and with so much energy and passion. Thank you very much for being with us today. The hall is filling up quite steadily. We're expecting to kick off here at 9 o'clock. And as soon as we hear from our head of state, we will certainly take those proceedings live. For now, it's back to our studio. But first, a break.